Before we get started, I want to make something very clear. I'm not a doctor, a medical professional, a registered dietitian, nutritionist, or healthcare provider. Everything I share in this video is based on my own personal experiences, opinions, observations, and weight loss journey. My personal weight loss journey thus far. What has worked for me may not work for you. And what hasn't worked for me may work perfectly for someone else. Always consult your doctor, healthcare provider, or qualified medical professional before making changes to your medications, diet, exercise routine, or weight loss plan. My goal here is to simply share my journey, honestly, in hope that it may encourage, inspire, or help someone else feel less alone on theirs. So now, let's get into today's video. So grab a snack, come on back, and let's talk about why you're gaining weight on a GLP-1. Hey, my loves. If you're taking a GLP-1 medication like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, or a compound version, and you're wondering why the scale isn't moving, or worse, why you're actually gaining weight, you're not alone. You're not alone. Because today we're talking about something that nobody seems to want to talk about. I've watched so many videos, nobody's talking about it. A GLP-1 is not a miracle drug. Not a miracle drug at all. And in today's video, we're going to talk about why some people gain weight while taking a GLP-1. Ask me how I know. What I've learned from my own journey and the changes that I'm making moving forward. The expectation versus the reality, right? When most people hear about a GLP-1 medication, they hear the success stories, right? They hear about someone losing 50 pounds, someone losing 80 pounds, someone dropping multiple dress sizes, and that's wonderful. But what they don't hear about are the people who struggle, the people who stall, the people who gain weight. Raising my hand. The people who think that they're doing everything right and still aren't seeing the results. I know because I've been one of those people. Yes, I have. When I started this journey, part of me thought the medication would do more of the heavy lifting, right? Not because I was lazy, no. Not because I wasn't willing to do the work, but because that's often how these medications are presented. You're going to lose so much weight. You're not going to want, you're not going to think about food, all the different things, right? All the different things. Almost like a shortcut. And the truth is, there are no shortcuts. Absolutely not. The shot, it doesn't choose your food. Doesn't choose your food. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is this. The medication doesn't choose your meals. It doesn't. The medication doesn't do the grocery shopping for you. The medication doesn't prepare your food. The medication doesn't count your protein. The medication doesn't make you drink your water. The medication does not move your body. You still have to do those things. And if you're still eating fast food several times a week, drinking soda every day, snacking mindlessly, skipping the protein, ignoring the fiber, the medication can only do so much. And that's not judgment, not at all. I'm here walking this journey with you. But it's reality. It's reality. The shot can help reduce the food noise. The shot can help you feel full longer. The shot can help with blood sugar management. In my case, I'm on Mounjaro, tirzepatide. Helps with my blood sugar. I'm a type 2 diabetic. That's why I take it. But it cannot override every habit that got us here in the first place. It doesn't do that. It's not a miracle drug. And why some people gain weight? Let's talk about some reasons weight gain can happen. Number one, not enough protein. Not enough. Many people eat less on a GLP-1, but they aren't eating enough protein. Ding, ding, ding. I know, because been there, done that. Still some days doing that. When that happens, you can lose muscle. And that happens to everybody who is on a GLP-1 if you are not eating or absorbing enough protein in your body. And muscle is important because it helps support our metabolism. It helps support your metabolism. Number two, not enough movement. Now listen, I'm not talking about running a marathon. Absolutely not. You all know, for those of you who've been here, and for those of you who are new, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Lexi, and I am a woman in her sexagenarian era in my 60s. I use a cane most days, sometimes even a walker if I need to. I do seated steps. That's how I do my exercises. And if you go back to some of my live streams last summer, you'll see me sitting here doing my steps while I'm on the live stream with my friends here. I do seated exercises. I do weights. As a matter of fact, oh, they're not right here. Usually I have my weights sitting right here, and I forgot to put them right there so I can show you. I sit here. I have a couple of sand 2-pound little dumbbells, and I sit here and I do those some days while I'm on the live stream. Movement looks different for everybody, right? But we still have to move our bodies in whatever way we're able. Now, one of the best ways to move is by walking. When you're over 100 pounds overweight, that's your weight right there. You don't need to start off in the gym, lifting heavy and doing all those things. At least in my opinion, I don't think you need to. You're carrying all that weight around. Use that to propel you forward till you get down a little bit, and then you could start on that journey. Start on the weightlifting journey. I do weights, but very small weights right now for me until I can get there, right? The number 3 thing is stress, something that most people don't talk about and don't think about. Stress is real. Life is real. Family is real. Bills are real. Grief is real. And I know because I'm dealing with all of these things, as I'm sure you are too. Stress can absolutely affect our weight loss efforts. So we want to be mindful of that. Be mindful of all the stress. Take some time for yourself. Do some meditation. Have some quiet time every day just for you. Journal. Do things. Do the mirror work. Get in the mirror. Talk to yourself. But take that time for yourself. Don't let the stress ruin this weight loss journey for you. Number 4 on my list is eating less, but not eating better. Let me explain. Sometimes we eat less food overall, but still choose foods that are very calorie dense. and low in nutrition. It's like, I'm on a GLP-1. I don't feel like eating too much, but I'll just stop at McDonald's and I'll grab some French fries. I'll just have some French fries, or I'll grab that burger, or I'll grab. That's fine. Everything in moderation, right? Including moderation. But we have to be mindful about what we're putting on our mouth. We need that protein, not all the fat, fried foods, and sugary snacks and protein bars and things like that. We need some actual, some actual, real, whole food proteins to snack on. Maybe a boiled egg. Maybe a piece of turkey with a piece of cheese. Think of things like that to snack on that have some good protein but aren't calorie dense and aren't full of carbs and unnecessary sugars and fats. So while we're eating less volume, we may still be consuming more calories than we realize. We need to be mindful of that, because that can also be a deterrent to why we're not seeing that scale move in the opposite direction. I got on the scale this morning. I took my shot yesterday. Wednesday, well, actually, I took my shot Wednesday. Wednesday is my shot day. And usually for me, it just depends. My body is so strange. I take my shot in my abdomen on the left side of my belly button. And I've been taking it there for a while. Sometimes we need to switch that up as well. You need to switch spots. See what else works for you. Sometimes things get stagnant in one area. That can also be a deterrent. But I notice some days I take my shot, the first day, it's like I'm ravenous. I want to eat everything that's not nailed down. And I'm the kind of person that if it's next to me and I see it, guess what? I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it. Whether it be Built Bars, I love a Built Bar. I'm a Built Bar Puff fanatic. So if they're next to me and I see them, I'm going to have one of those. Especially if I start my steps early in the morning, I need a little something. I'm going to have that first to have something to fuel up my steps. At least that's what I tell myself. But I can have other things. I don't have to eat the snackier, carbier, sweet things. So, we just got to make those little tweaks. And one of the hardest truths that I had to accept is the medication, it's a tool. It's not the entire toolbox. Let me say that again. The medication is a tool. It's not the entire toolbox. A hammer doesn't build a house. It helps to build a house. And that's how I see my GLP-1 now. It helps me. It supports me. But it doesn't replace the work. And this reminds me so much of a conversation I had with one of my closest, dearest, bestest friends in the world. She was getting ready for Carnival. And she was going to be, in a troupe, wearing one of those little scantily clad costumes, getting ready to do some fete, right? And she's like, I want to get the weight off quickly because I'm wearing this little costume. And I want to be able to fit into it and look good. So she actually thought that if she took a higher dose of a GLP-1 medication, that she would automatically lose more weight faster. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, no. Almost like turning up the volume on a radio, right? And I remember telling her, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. The medication isn't a magic wand that we wave around. Sure, I'm going to take my shot today, and it's like, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. A higher dose doesn't automatically mean more weight loss, more weight loss. It doesn't. And I think that's the misconception that a lot of people have. Oh, if I just go higher, I'm going to lose more weight. No, beloved, that's not how that works. You still have to pay attention to your food choices. You still have to pay attention to your food choices. You still have to prioritize protein. You still have to get your water in with electrolytes. And be mindful of that. When you're taking a GLP-1, your body needs electrolytes. Whether that be Element, one of my all-time faves, or whether that be something else that you choose. A lot of times I put some pink Himalayan sea salt and lemon in my water. I do that for every water. I add a little Element to it, and I drink that during the day. I sip on that all day. Your body needs that, not just water. Water is not hydrating. That's a misconception too. You need electrolytes. Your body needs that, especially when you're going through this weight loss journey. You still have to prioritize your protein, right? You still have to pay attention to your food choices. You really do. You still have to move your body in whatever way you're able. And really the easiest way is to walk. And if you have a hard time walking like I do, seated steps, they work. I initially lost 140 pounds sitting in a chair doing steps. It works. It works. It does. But you still have to be consistent. And honestly, I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about these medications. People think the medication does all the work, but the medication is a helper. It's a helper. The medication is support. The medication is one piece of the puzzle. One piece. The daily choices are still ours to make. They're still ours to make. So now, what I'm doing differently, I'm focusing on protein first, more water, more fiber. That is so important. Without the fiber, and I never knew this before, without the fiber, you will have so much constipation, which causes bloating, and you will not lose the weight that you want to lose without it. Fiber and protein go hand in hand. They must be taken. They must. You must have fiber, whether it be using chia seeds, chia seed pudding, putting chia seed in your yogurt, putting it in your applesauce, drinking it in your water, or fiber foods, a cup of raspberries, green peas, sweet potato. There are so many things that offer fiber. Avocado, high fiber foods. So search those. Less processed food. You know, a lot of times we like things that are easy, but less processed. I noticed for me, when I eat more processed foods, I am so bloated, the sodium and everything, it's not a good look. So let's try less processed, more whole foods, more awareness. Be aware of your body and what you take in. I use the Lose It app to track my calories and my macros. There's a free version. I have paid for the lifetime version. I got a good deal on that about 3 years ago. It was, I think, like $40-something, and I jumped on the chance. But you don't have to pay for it. And use it as a tool in the beginning. You may not, it's not a forever thing. You don't always have to track forever. But I noticed for me it works. I need to see what I'm putting in my mouth. And it works with my exercise. It shows the calories that I've burned while I'm doing my steps and what I'm eating. And it shows that there. So you can see. Try eating in a calorie deficit. That helps. And you can search all of this online and here on YouTube. More consistency. Be consistent. Don't take your shot and say, oh, well, I took my shot and that's it. And go to McDonald's and go to Wendy's and go to Taco Bell and do all the things. Yes, you can still have those things in moderation. You can still have those things in moderation. But try to be a little more mindful of what you're putting in, and make sure that you're eating, beloved, that you're eating. Because a lot of times we don't feel like it. And that can be a big blow too to your scale, not eating enough. We think if we don't eat a lot, we're going to lose weight. That's not how that works. Your body goes into starvation mode. So you still want to eat. You still want to eat. And I'm also giving myself grace. We have to give ourselves grace, right? One day at a time. We can only do what we can do. One day at a time. You know, this isn't a race. This is not a punishment. It's not about becoming 25 years old again. It's not. It's not, beloved. This is about becoming the healthiest version of myself at this age, 62 years young. I will be 62 on August 9th. It's about becoming the healthy version of me now. Not how I was when I was in high school, not how I was in my 20s, living in New York, doing all the things. No. When I was in high school, I was on the swim team. I was exercising every day. In my 20s, I was walking every day. I lived in New York. We walked. I don't do those things anymore. I have a sedentary lifestyle now. So I have to be mindful of my lifestyle right now. That's the goal for me. That's the goal for me. So if you're taking a GLP-1 and you're struggling, I want you to know you're not failing. You're not failing. You may just need a different strategy. A different strategy. You may just need more protein, more movement, more water, more patience, more fiber in your body. Or maybe just a reminder that this journey is about progress, not perfection. I'm going to say that again. This journey is about progress, not perfection. This is episode 1 of Weight Loss After 60, Fridays with Lexi. And we're going to have honest conversations here, always, right? The victories, the frustrations, the setbacks, the lessons that we've learned, all of it. Because we're not just losing weight, we're gaining life. That's our tagline here. We're not just losing weight, we're gaining life. If this video helped you, please leave me a comment below and tell me what's something that you've learned on your own weight loss journey that nobody told you. Share it with us. It may be something that we need to know. I'd love to hear your stories. So until next time, I just want you to know that I love you plenty. I see you, beloved. I truly do. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud of us. Episode 1 of our weight loss journey. In the can. It's in the can. And it's all because of you that I decided to do this. Because I'm like, I've got to share my journey. I know there's somebody out there dealing with the things that I'm dealing with. We can help each other. We can help each other and become a collective and a community here. So, I will see you on the next one. There'll be lots of little videos and live streams sprinkled in. I'll have a live stream tomorrow. Come by and see me if you can. I don't know what time, but it'll be tomorrow around this time of day. And I'll have another weight loss video for you next Friday, episode 2, so look out for that. And there's lots of things sprinkled in and out. Read the About section or the description section on my page, and you'll see what we're all about. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I hope that something in this video resonated and helped you. But if not, no worries. Leave it for someone else. Deuces.